Maybe nobody talks about this part enough. How certain holidays quietly change after someone is gone. The food might still be there. The weather might still feel beautiful. People might still laugh around you. But underneath all of it, something feels different now. Like your heart remembers a version of this day that no longer exists anymore. Sometimes it's small things, a chair you still notice, a text you still expect, a voice your brain still reaches for automatically. And sometimes the hardest part is how invisible it feels, because holidays are supposed to look happy from the outside. So you smile, you answer questions, you try to stay present, while part of you quietly drifts somewhere else entirely. Back to old memories, old conversations, old moments you didn't realize would matter this much later. Sometimes grief doesn't show up loudly. Sometimes it just feels like emotional distance. Like everyone else is fully inside the day, and you're standing slightly outside of it, trying your best to participate, trying not to make the heaviness obvious. And honestly, missing someone can feel especially sharp on holidays because the contrast becomes impossible to ignore. You remember how things used to feel, how certain people made the room warmer just by being in it. And now there's this quiet space where those moments used to live. That kind of absence changes people. Even years later, sometimes you think you're doing okay, until one tiny thing catches you off guard. A smell, a song, a familiar recipe, the evening light through a window, and suddenly your chest feels heavy again, not because you're weak, but because love leaves echoes behind. Of course, some holidays feel different now. Your heart remembers. And if today feels emotionally complicated for you, you're probably carrying more than most people can see. You don't need to force yourself to feel okay every second. You don't need to pretend the sadness isn't there. You're allowed to miss people. You're allowed to feel grateful and hurting at the same time. That doesn't make you ungrateful for the present. It makes you human. And if all you can do today is quietly make it through, that still counts. Sometimes healing looks less like moving on, and more like learning how to carry love and loss together, a little more gently. So if this holiday feels different, I hope you stop judging yourself for feeling emotional about things that mattered deeply to you. Because missing someone is proof that they mattered. And love doesn't disappear just because life changes. Sometimes it simply shows up differently now. Quieter, soft, more bittersweet, but still real. And if your heart feels tired tonight, you don't have to solve everything before you sleep. You made it through today. That matters too. You're always welcome here.